Good day, everyone. Today, I'd like to talk about revenge and justice, but not too much. Okay, so there's a saying, an eye for an eye, but there's a complementary saying, an eye for an eye leaves the world blind. So, eye for an eye, meaning if someone takes out your eye, take out their eye, right? That's basic justice, where you could say, well, you did that to me, so I'll do that to you. It would be nice if that were positive, right? If I give you something, then you give me something. But in the negative sense, right? When something bad happens to us, we want to hit back. Of course, I mean, um, it makes sense, right? Because, yeah, if you do that to me, why shouldn't I do that to you? It should apply in both cases, right? If you think it's right that you're doing that to me, then you should not complain if I do that to you. Or we could even say, I don't really like doing that, but I want to teach them a lesson, right? I want to show them that what they're doing is bad. So I'll do it to them so that they will see how bad it is. Right? So this past week I've been yeah, when I sense that someone was rude to me, then I will be rude to them. Right? If someone did something I thought was off, but to show that what they were doing was off, I did the same thing. And then they continue doing it, and I'm like, hold on, if I'm going to continue doing this as well, then we'll both be sending negative vibes. Then we'll both be doing what's wrong in my eyes, right? I mean, if that person thinks it's right, they continue doing that. But if I'm offended and then I do that same thing, then then what am I doing? I'm just making myself, yeah, do something off, right? According to me. So why do that, right? And then I realize, okay, I should stop, right? If someone is rude, why should I be rude back? Then is that gonna help things? Then that would just make the entire world rude or something, right? So I realized, yeah, there is a better way. Like there could be a gentler way to say it in a better way, or to show, right? Continue to show by my actions what would be a better way to live instead of doing that same thing. So yeah, an eye for an eye, right? If you take out my eye and I take out your eye, and then, the cycle of revenge continues, then sooner or later the whole world will be blind. But if you experience injustice and then you turn around and give back love, and maybe that person will realize, oh, what I did was wrong. And then they will also turn around, in a sense, and start doing good, or start doing, yeah, the opposite of the bad that they were doing. Then that's great, right? All we need is one person to not take vengeance. All we need is one person to not do as what was done to them, or do better, right? Whether something good or bad happened to you, was done to you, choose to do better than that. Choose to give better than that, right? If something good was done to you, do better to others, right? Don't just give the basic, do better. If something bad was done to you, it doesn't matter, oh, I do bad as well, then do good. And that's how we make the world a better place. Yeah, one action at a time, one interaction at a time, right? Huh. So that's it. right? And yeah, again, remember that we only have control over our own actions. We can show other people the way, we can even say it, right? But ultimately, let us honor each other's choices, let us honor each other's actions, right? So it is our response, right? That we have responsibility. Our responsibility is in our response, right? And how we live our lives and how we respond to other people's lives. So there may be a lot of injustice in this world. What can we do about it? Do good. It's way better than justice. But this does not mean, I mean, I'm very we have a justice system in place. And that was the idea, that there is a bigger entity that will moderate, right? If there are two parties fighting, or if there was a crime done by one person on another, then yeah, we have, our courts, we have our moderators, our lawyers, our solicitors. Okay. It would be nice if we do not have to go there because we have already resolved it within two people, right? Why add more people? And then, with more people, there's a lot more confusion, a lot more misunderstanding. When you have these two people involved and they can resolve it within themselves, why spend more time and energy, right? Yes. We It is better, of course, to have justice than to not have justice, right? There's a lot of injustice in this world. But what if somebody killed someone in my family, someone I love? Mm, do I want that person killed? Will I kill that other person, right? Again, right? Um it's actually similar to, yeah, just someone being rude versus someone being a murderer, right? That's the worst thing that you could do, or torture and then murder or whatever, right? If someone did that to me or to my loved ones, would I want the same to be done to them? If I know that it was bad, why would I push for the same thing to happen to them? Then what does that make me? A murderer as well, right? A torturer as well. Mm, even though we say, oh, because that's justice, let us also be careful. Mm, are we really after justice? Because will that undo the bad thing that has happened to me or my loved ones, right? Like, if you kill the murderer, will that bring your loved ones back? Yeah, so, and if you just feel satisfied na, haha, that person is now dead, does that make things better? Now there are two people dead at least. Yeah, and I now have that same murderous instinct in me, which is not good, right? Why is that good? Let us be careful what we say or do in the name of justice. Has justice really been done? Especially if we believe in a good God, in a good universe, in a good creator. If we really do believe that, then we do not need to take justice in our own hands. We can live well without wishing evil on others because we know that justice will catch up in one way or another. So we also have a saying, right? Do not take the law into your own hands, because definitely it is very logical and natural that when something bad happens to us, we want, Hey, we want to do that same thing to others, right? If someone cuts you off in traffic, you want to cut them off in traffic as well, just to one up that person, or just say how yeah, let's see if we are really after justice or just after satisfying our egos. Does that when we seek justice, is it really justice, or do we just finally have an excuse na, haha, I finally have an excuse to do evil because somebody started it. I'm just doing what they started, right? So, but in the name of justice, is it really? Yeah. So, that's also why it's useful to meditate every now and then, reflect on our actions. If we can do that, please, every day, as we start our day, as we end our day, and every time in between, right? Yeah, don't just do and do. We also think, is this right? Is this helpful, right? To me and to others, right? Is this the best thing that we can do? Is this based on truth? Is this based on love? Does it respect me and others? Right? Yeah. So that's it. So, um, an eye for an eye is natural and logical, but we can choose to do beyond. We can choose to give and live beyond basic justice. Okay. So, thank you for listening. Have a great day. Bye bye.